Good afternoon, everyone. It is the Endurance Chaps. I am Charlie.
And I am Isidor.
Welcome to this stream. We are live for the 24 Hours of Spa anniversary race for the Endurance Racing Legends. So these are the GT cars and all of that. So we've got a massive range of cars in this race, haven't we? Absolutely spectacular cars as well. You've got Maseratis, you've got Lamborghinis, you've got a Ford GT, you've got BMWs, Corvettes, Porsches, Ferraris, Audis. There's a Bentley. What else is there? Aston Martins, Lotus.
It's a bit of everything.
There's quite a lot, and a pretty packed grid as well. I think it's about 30 cars, I believe. But absolutely fantastic that they're able to race these cars still at this fantastic track. So this is a 40-minute race. I believe there is a few cars with two drivers, so they'll swap. And there is a few cars that have single drivers as well. So they'll just stay in the car and finish off the race themselves. But this is going to be awesome, I think.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to this. This is the type of racing you don't see every day.
No,
anymore.
Absolutely. And that's the thing. I'm really into my historic racing, mainly like LMPs and GTs. So this is really, really awesome to see such an amazing grid. And I mean, I've seen probably a couple of these cars actually in real life at Brands Hatch or Silverstone or Donington or somewhere like that. But you know, the Ford GT, for example, the Maseratis and the Panoses, I've never seen them. You know, they're rare cars. You don't see them often, and it's just awesome to see them in the flesh and being able to be raced, which is what they were built for.
Definitely. Let's just hope that nobody wrecks a super expensive car today.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't even want to know how much these Maseratis would cost. Surely in the millions for sure. But yeah, not good if that happens. So we'll hope for a pretty clean race. But
I'm
we
pretty
can't
sure that the cheapest car to repair must probably be the Bentley.
The Porsche probably actually.
Porsche or Bentley, because I mean the Bentley's surely gotta share a few common parts with the current Bentley GT3.
Yes, but the current Bentley is out of homologation. Well, it's still in homologation, but it's not used. There's not enough cars.
Yeah, that's true though. That's actually.
But however, with the Porsches, obviously, you know, there were thousands of them made. So many spare parts in this. So we currently got the grid going for a formation lap. We've got an amazing grid, as I said. You know, range of formation, amazing drivers as well to kick it off as well. So this is surely going to be an amazing experience. We're going to be live for this race and for the next race. We're going to be live for this race as well as the Endurance Racing Legends race tomorrow as well. So please do join us for that. We'll also be live for the touring cars as well, which is, I think, later tonight. No, tomorrow afternoon. Early tomorrow afternoon. So we'll be live for those two races tomorrow. So we've got this GT race now, and then we're going to have a little bit of a break for an hour or so, and then we will be live for the GT4 European Series, which is bound to be absolutely fantastic. You know, the GT4s are just insane, and having a 50-car grid of GT4s is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Those Maseratis just sound absolutely incredible. We might also go live tonight for the GT2s, maybe. Sorry, the GT1s. Which is after this. We'll see. We might keep it on and have it on. Perhaps. We'll see.
We'll see. That's the thing with these events here. Nothing here is an exact science from our side. We cover what we basically can cover. We're only 2 people this weekend. Ollie's busy with real life because apparently he has one of those. Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Myself.
No, neither.
So we're 2 people.
And they are live.
Yeah, we are.
They're going into the turn 1 currently. They're all going through Eau Rouge now, see if there's anything happening.
That Panos.
Too wide.
Oh, yeah. That Panos in the lead currently is probably the most interesting car that I've seen so far.
It's shifting along, man. It looks like one of the Maseratis is dropping down, actually. Might have a little bit of an issue there.
That's not going to be fun. Not going to be cheap.
Absolutely not. That Maserati is on the back of that Panos, though, so... When they are side by side through Piff Path, can the Maserati go around the outside? Has he gone through? Has he gone through? He's gone through!
He has,
Maserati's made it through at Piff Path around the outside. Wow!
Might want to hold your horses, though, because I think the Panos is trying to get back in.
I don't know. I think that Maserati's got it around this straight.
Yellow flag. We have a yellow flag. We have a yellow flag. Hopefully nothing too major. Hopefully as simple as a car off track or something. You do not want to crash these cars.
No, absolutely not. That Bentley is humongous. Oh, and that's a Corvette going through to P3. That's Andrew Jordan going through past Peter Cox in that Lamborghini.
Car has stopped at turn 12.
Oh, that's the Maserati. That's the Vodafone Maserati.
Yeah, that's not good at all, but luckily it's right at a Marshall post. I know we don't use Marshall post in the same context we do at Le Mans here, but
no,
it's a place where the Marshalls are.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can get that car out of there quite quickly so we can go back to full green. Yeah, we are back to green.
Lovely. And the Panos looks like it's going to try and go. Nope, still ahead.
he looked for it. He looked for an opportunity, but he couldn't get it. That is a long car.
Yeah, absolutely. Just such a funky shape, isn't it? Look at this
Yeah.
massive line of Porsches and Ferraris just going down the Camel at the moment. Incredible. That BMW M2, sorry, Z2, is it Z4? Yeah, BMW Z4 and the Ford GT, absolutely incredible cars. Would have been awesome to see them race at the time, but a bit too many years young.
Yeah.
The Bentley's gone off track at where is that? That's Speakers.
I think so. Only lost one place though.
Yeah. And the Maserati has just set its fastest lap.
2:19.401.
Wow. So they're not that far off either of the current GT3s either.
No, and I'm fairly certain that these drivers, they're not pushing the cars beyond limit as you would do in GT3. This is gentleman racing at its finest.
Absolutely. That Corvette is flashing that Lamborghini. Looks like that Lamborghini is just going to drop down the order, I think. We're already 2 laps into this race already. And the gaps are humongous. So it seems like the Corvette was involved in an incident with that Maserati. Incident involving cars 14 and 64 at turn 1 under investigation. That's the Maserati that we saw off, and that's also the Corvette that just took P3. And not too good for that Maserati, that Corvette. So I believe that Corvette that's currently in third is the Corvette that raced at Le Mans multiple times. It raced in 2010, I believe, and it didn't do very well. It DNF'd with an exhaust issue, and it was raced by Oliver Gavin, Olivier Beretta, and Emmanuel Collard. So. Going to have a look through some more of the history. I mean, looking at the car, it's got so many victories. It started in 2015. Sorry, 2005, I must say. 2005 it started. And from 2005 to 2011, it raced under GT1 sort of regulations. And then it raced from 2009 to 2013 under GT2 regulations. So when it raced at Le Mans, it was in GT2 regulations. Oh, and they nearly make contact going down the hill to Eau Rouge.
Yeah, he made contact with the wall, that Porsche.
That was very close.
That Porsche did make contact with one of the walls there. Doesn't seem to be any real damage done at all.
No. But yeah, so anyway, I mean, if we take the results from 2009 to 2013, they had at least 25 victories in multiple series. So, Le Mans series at Spa, Circuit de la Sarthe, it won it in 29. Asian Le Mans, FIA GT. In 2010, it won at Spa. Road Atlanta at the Petit Le Mans.
As the Maserati improves its best time with a 2:17.674.
Very fast. What's the gap currently? Can we see? 4 seconds. So it's putting a gap on that panel pretty quickly. So they're just showing a replay of that Porsche in the wall. So that BMW just sort of squeezed him a little bit. That Porsche looks fine, but definitely tapped that wall.
That Ford GT in the GT1 category is... Oh, that's menacingly looking.
Yeah. I must say as well that that Dodge Viper just behind that Ford GT is really ugly in my opinion.
Yeah.
Cut 86. Oh, and the Ford Mustang, the Ford GT and BMW Z4 make contact in the bus stop. That BMW it's lost 2 places in one corner. That Porsche and the Corvette's got past.
Yeah.
It looks like it's going to lose another place, maybe.
You do mean the Viper there, I believe.
The Viper, sorry, yes. It was a Viper, wasn't it, that passed?
And it's probably lost another place here.
It's lost another place to a Ferrari there. This would be absolutely incredible to have at last year's Spa. It's been really, really cool.
An incident involving car 144 has been noted between T1 and T2. That must be the
Porsche.
The Porsche and the Beamer. They made contact.
Those 2 Audis behind that Bentley are looking very menacing, aren't they? Those are the original sort of the first generation R8 LMS Ultras, which they called them. We're now on the so it's weird because we are currently on the Audi R8 LMS GT3 Evo 2. The Evo 1 and the non-Evo are the sort of the same car. But then these cars that are also racing in this race are also called R8 LMS GT3s. Doesn't make sense to me why you'd name it the same thing again and again. But if it works, I guess.
It's sort of the same thing with the Porsche. You have the 911, the 992, the 911.2, the 992.2. You have all different kind of number combinations, meaning basically absolutely nothing.
Absolutely, yeah. They have already started to lap some traffic already, so this is only 10 minutes into the race, and they've lapped people already. So 5 laps it takes to lap people for the Panos and the Corvette at the front and the Maserati at the front.
Well, there's a clear speed difference because it's almost, if you take the leader, the Maserati GT1 car, He's doing 2:17s, and if you go down to, let's take the Ferrari 430 in the GT2 category, they're doing 2:29. So there's a heavy, like massive difference in
absolutely,
in laps, in lap times here. So of course we're gonna get some lapping. There's 26 minutes left. I do think that the Maserati and Panos will probably make their way up the field quite a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Panos improves its best time to a 2:18.757, still over a second slower per lap than the Maserati. Though the Maserati's last lap was a 2:19. I do think, and I do hope, that is down to traffic.
Yeah, I would say I think it got caught up in traffic that lap. It had to get around that Porsche, so I think it was that. And that Ferrari that we're watching, the 17, is the predecessor to the predecessor of the 296. So you've got the 296, it's the current generation Ferrari GT3. Before that was the 488, which you had the Evo with as well. And then the 458 Italia, which is what used to race in like the 10s and the 09s. That is currently there.
Have you seen the limited run and Fanatec wheel? The Fanatec is currently selling at the 24 Hours of Spa event this weekend.
I haven't, no.
I will send you a quick link to that. I do think it's extremely interesting. I'm not 100% sure what I think of it. It's an endurance specific wheel, but I don't think I like it that much.
I don't like it, no.
It's limited to 100 units, and they do currently have just a few units remaining. So obviously it's been popular. Anything Fanatec will be popular, despite the turbulent time that they've had in recent time. As the Panos improves even more and is now only half a second slower when it comes to best lap than the Maserati. It's lapping faster than the Maserati as well, so it's trying to gain some time back. Maybe we'll see an interesting battle, although I do doubt that we'll see any real battles here. As we have car number 128 in P5, the Corvette C6 GT3 in the pits, and also an Aston Martin is in the pits.
Number 94. So the pit window is open, so that is why they are coming
Car
in.
185 has received a 45-second time penalty for infringing track limits second time. Wow. That is a harsh penalty.
That's that Bentley Continental in P14 currently.
Yeah, that's a really, really severe penalty.
Yeah.
In my opinion, probably a bit too harsh.
Possibly, yeah.
Something that's such a small race and in the end quite pointless. Like, yeah, gonna be interesting. 2:17.644 for the Panos, who's currently in the lead. Getting closer and closer to the times of the Maserati. The Maserati, however, is in the pits, something that the Panos have yet to done.
That Maserati just looks incredible.
R17 is under investigation for speeding in the pit lane, and I did hear the commentators mention that 1 or 2 cars are under investigation for pit entry infringements, I do think they said, or pit exit, one of the two. Basically, they have not done the whole pit lane. They've probably skipped the Formula 1 pit entry, and only done the endurance layout pit entry, which is a big no-no. It's the, let's see, number 2 Maserati is being held quite a long time in the pits here. Had a long pit stop. Car 17 has been given a 1-minute time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. They are not messing around here. Car 17, that is...
That's the 458 Italia Ferrari that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah. That's a major penalty. Pit window is now closed, meaning we will not see more cars enter the pits unless they have to serve their penalties.
Yeah. And that's a stopped Audi. That's a 129. Oh, it's moving now. That doesn't look very good.
Short yellow flag. Hopefully can at least get it back to the pits. It's a long way. That's up in...
Lacombe.
yeah, exactly. That's going to be a long way around. Otherwise, maybe it can turn off on an exit. An access road somewhere. Car number 2, that is the Maserati GT1, has been given a 1-minute time penalty as well for speeding in the pit lanes, as we have a yellow flag yet again. Probably the same Audi that gave us the earlier yellow flag. But yeah, that's basically race over for the Maserati.
Well, if it can get a minute gap to the next car, then it will be fine.
It's currently sitting in 5th with the next car just a second behind. And it looks like he's going to lose at least 5 positions.
Wow.
6 even. 6 or 7 even. Car 29 is also under investigation for speeding in the pit lane. We still have the yellow flag in Sector 2, it seems like. Let's see what happened. We'll see anything happening. That is the Maserati having a massive lockup up to Lake Holmes.
Yeah.
But I do want to see what the cause of the yellow flag is. Of course, it's still just a sector-specific flag, so it's nothing too major so far, seems like. Could well just be that the Audi is running extremely slow. Full course yellow, full course yellow. We now have a full course yellow. I wonder if that Audi then has probably halted to a complete stop.
Most likely, yes.
Car 129 has stopped at turn 13.
Yeah, that's that same car.
Yep, that's the car sitting at the side of the road. Rescue car is out almost immediately, ready to just hook that car up and drag it out of the way, basically. Car 29 has been given a 1-minute time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. We're back to green, back to green, back to racing. Good to see that full course yellow was extremely short. Now apparently the entire pit window is under investigation. I wonder what the pits has done this time.
What have the pits done? Just existed.
How would you penalize the pits? We're of course joking, just trying to figure out which car is under investigation. Or cars are under investigation. So all track limits infringements will be investigated after the race. We can probably say already that however this race may end is not how it will be finalized.
Yeah, absolutely. I think any post-race will be just mean they need to go check through it. Clearly people aren't behaving very well.
Yeah, with 4 minutes left, there's not much time for them to do anything really, and it's only logical to do everything after the race at this point and focus on the major events instead.
It's like the Lamborghini's got an issue. Going slow.
Car 50 has received a 6-second time penalty for a minimum pit stop time infringement. Car 50 is the Porsche 996 RS TT driven by Stefan Reutmeier, currently running in 14th. And car 125, that is the Lamborghini that is currently in the pits, have received a 3-second penalty for the same pit stop time infringement. Doubt that's going to make any real difference with the car in the pits now.
No, absolutely not.
So we're down to just over 1 minute remaining. Car 144 has received 18 seconds added as a time penalty for the minimum stop time infringement. Car 144 is the Porsche 996 GT3 RSR running in 19th, currently being driven by Andrew Jordan.
Corvette is definitely catching that Panos.
Yeah, but will he do it in the final lap? That's the question.
I think he's going to get it. He's got it.
He's got it. He's got it.
Corvette wins.
That is interesting. I wonder if the Panos has some issues. It's running quite slow.
Maybe run out of fuel, perhaps.
Could well be. That's gotta be running on fumes.
What a race.
Yeah, this has been a good one as well. I feel like every race, every qualifying session we've had so far has been eventful.
Yeah, definitely. What an absolutely incredible race. Well, looks like the Corvette of Adrian Wilmot, number 64, won the opening round of the Endurance Racing Legends at Spa-Francorchamps for the 24 hours anniversary. We will be ending the stream very shortly, and we'll be back later on for our GT4 Race 1. That will be starting, well, it's meant to start at 9:10.
We will see about that.
I think we're ahead of schedule now. No, we're not ahead of schedule, are we?
We're not ahead, but we're back on track.
Half an hour. Half an hour out.
Yeah.
So they're meant to have the GT1 Sports Club session at 7 p.m. It's currently now 7:20 there. And then warm up for GT4 Challenge is meant to be at 8:10, which is in just under 50 minutes. I doubt that's going to happen in that time, but maybe they'll try and maybe take out the VIP laps, perhaps. Put the GT1s on and then get going again. So we will be going live whenever we know that the event is going live.
That is unfortunately how this entire afternoon has had to look.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hopefully everything will be back on track tomorrow.
Absolutely. I'm just going to look at the live stream at the moment. The English one is scheduled for 8:10. So it seems like they're going to try and do it at the same time. But obviously, we'll go live whenever we are ready, and we know that it's going to happen. So, thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the race if you did watch it, and we'll see you again very, very soon for the GT4 European Series Race 1.
Absolutely. Take care, everybody. Bye.